Good morning, welcome to this week's video. This week I came up nice and early up onto the Quantocks, early morning call to get up here. The last few mornings walking to work, there's been some amazing sunrises with a bit of high sort of mackerel cloud, wispy cloud picking up the light. So I thought I'd get up here for a sunrise, hoping for a bit of that. Unfortunately, not really the case. I've managed to get a couple of shots just grabbed. There was a bit of colour right on the extreme horizon. There's not any cloud this morning, so that didn't really work. But managed to get a couple of shots, sort of looking out. There was some interesting formations and clouds just right on the horizon with a bit of colour behind it. So chucked a long lens on and threw it out and got a couple of shots. So as I'm walking up, I'll just put a couple of them up and let you have a look, and then I'll explain the other purpose of today's video. So my plan this morning, like I say, come up onto the Quantocks. Reason being, at the moment, the heather and the gorse up on the moorland is all out in flower. So you've got the lovely purples of the heather and some yellow flowers in the gorse bushes, all mixed in with one another, and providing some lovely colour. So I thought I'd come up here early morning and try and catch some of these colours in the early morning light before this light gets a little bit too harsh, and then when the sun does come up properly and it gets a bit harsh, then I'll probably drop down into the woods and try and see if we can get some woodland shots. So but for now, just walking up, just looking this gorse and heather here, just trying to look for a composition ready for when we get a bit of light breaking through. Okay, right, let's walk on up. Okay, so I think I got my first shot for the day, just to get us going. Just show you in the back of the camera, and I'll talk you through it. Okay, there we are in the back of the camera. Should be able to see it there, I think. I'm just waiting on the light. Sun's still not quite up yet. It's light, but I want a bit of directional light, hopefully from the sun. What I've got is this heather bush here with the nice purple flowers on the top, and then just mid ground there we've got some more heather and some gorse with the yellow flowers of the gorse, and then up on the horizon behind or in the background is that lone tree. So because there's nothing in the sky up here at the moment, it's just a blank canvas sky, so I don't want too much of that. So I've kept the crop quite tight to the top of that tree. Put the tree just off the centre. The front bush there, this one I've put just on the right hand third, and then the gorse and that's on the left hand third, with the tree sort of centre shot. So it balances the shot quite nicely through the scene. So I'm just going to wait. We're about 10 minutes away from actual sunrise. I quite like this composition, so I'm going to wait and see if I get a little bit of light just breaking on top of these and maybe picking up on that tree, and then and then we'll see if we can find some more before the sun gets too high and the light gets too harsh. Okay. Okay, right on time at 1 minute to 6. Here comes that sun. So we're now should start getting a nice bit of light coming through on top of these, and hopefully picking up a bit more light on that tree. I am underexposing slightly for that sky behind, although there's no cloud. If I keep the exposure down, there is a little bit of sort of reflected colour just on the horizon there, which is quite nice contrast in with the foreground. So I am sort of underexposing slightly for this cloud behind, and then as that light comes up anyway, this foreground will light up better anyway. But I can also lift the shadows in that, but I'll probably take a slightly higher exposure shot for the foreground anyway. And then I've got the options to use a single shot, or maybe just blend in a bit on this foreground just to give me an extra bit of extra light and a bit of colour. Okay, right, that sun's on its way. Let's get ready to get this shot. Okay, it's starting to look quite nice now. So that's the exposure settings I'm using. Half a second, f11 at ISO 100. Okay, I'm using that same tree again, but this time I've got this sort of pathway here that's just split in the center here with these few bushes. So I'm using that as a bit of a leading line into the shot, and then obviously that tree, and then the color again in these bushes. So another quick grabbing this quick one as I'm walking past, looking for another composition. Just getting this one. We're going to be up against time now because obviously that sun is up and the light is going to get extremely harsh fairly soon. So okay, get this shot and I'll put it up and let you have a look. Okay, so this is quite a pleasant scene. Just looking out across the Quantocks here, up on the heathland. Gorse bushes, yellow here in the front, and then we've got a nice sea of purple heather there, and then a few hills off there in the distance. So I've just come back a little bit so that I've sort of zoomed in to reduce the gap on using lens compression, and zoom in to you get these gorse bushes in the front, and to be able to pick up those hills in the background as well. So I've just stepped back a little bit to zoom in to compress the scene so that all looks a little bit closer, and I might even do a 3-shot pano and see how that stitches together. But even so, just looking out over there, early morning light just breaking. It's about 10 past 6 now, quarter past 6, nobody around, and it's lovely. Okay, so I am just using a polarizer filter on this morning, because that will just bring out these colors and just enhance them and make the best of them. So just to make the scene look a little bit better. Yeah, I've just put the polarizer on, but other than that, it's just straight out of the camera. Okay, so up on the heathland here, the sun is up now. It's getting quite harsh, to be honest. The light lost that sort of early morning glow. So I think I'm going to walk back to the van, jump in the van, and maybe drop down in the trees and maybe try and do find a couple of woodland shots, just to do a little bit more this morning. So let's walk back to the van, see what we can find. Okay, I feel a bit mean doing this, but I've just passed this burnt out vehicle here on the side of the road. Somebody's day was ruined. Looks like the bonnet up, looks like the engine caught fire maybe and lost control. But anyway, it's unfortunately burnt out here on the side of the road. So I've just stopped and taken a few sort of shots of it. I just feel like I can do something with them, make them look a bit grungy, black and white maybe. So anyway, see what I come up with, and here they are. Okay, so I'm now out the harsh light of that sun coming up into the canopy of the trees. I've just taken this shot here. I don't know what it was. Something, just looking down through this scene here. As I walked past, something drew me to it. I'm still not 100% sure. I've got the composition there in the back of the camera that I've gone for. I've just cropped in or zoomed in slightly to use these trees and just have a bit of a gap down through. There's sort of a bit of light reflecting off of the leaves. I really don't know what drew me to take this shot. I quite like the look of it in the back of the camera. Looking at it from that perspective, there's nothing there that really caught my eye to make me take the shot, but it drew me to take it, so I had to follow my instinct and capture it. So we'll get it back, have a look and see how it looks on the big screen, and if it's if it's, I'll put it up and let you see anyway, and you can judge it and maybe comment below, see if there's anything that you can see that may have attracted me to this shot. But anyway, here it is. Okay, that sun's getting higher now, starting to break through. Starting to cast through what I call hot spots now into this woodland. So it's starting to limit me a little bit as to what I can do, because it just plays around. It's so difficult to expose the contrast between those really bright hot spots and the shadows. Nothing really catching my eye at the moment, but we'll walk on and see if there's anything. Okay, I think we're done for the day pretty much. I have taken a couple of other shots, not that I've talked you through them, but I will put them up at the end for you to have a look at. It was a sun star shot shining through the trees, and also just another old rotten branch, sort of bit of a leading line shot. So I'll put them up at the end for you to have a look at. But no, I think we're going to call it a day now and make our way back and go and get some breakfast, because I'm starting to get a bit hungry. So I'd just like to say thanks again for checking out my videos. If it's your first time here, please check out some of my back catalogue and hit that subscription button and notification bell to keep up with the latest content. And if you like what you're seeing, please give it a thumbs up, that would be much appreciated. And drop me a comment down below, it's great to hear from you all. So from up here on the Quantock Hills, we've had some colour and some woodlands this morning, so nice to get out. Time to go home and get some breakfast. Till next time, take it easy.